Oh, it's early Monday, but it's not that early because the clocks went back. Oh well, never mind. They went one way. A repairing. This is also one of Brendan's other mechs. This is old Jeff's green gun. Well, Jeffy was another big user of the mech from back in the day. What is this on here, man? This is just nasty. It's full of paint as well, dudes. It's just like a bucket full of paint in it. It's disgusting. I think there's a little slug in there. Get out of it. You know, I can make carbon fibre grip panels and everything for these, right? You only have but to ask. Anyway, moving on. I used to love what Jeff did. He used to make very nice guns for himself, high-end, iron-based mechs, and just really, really well made. So already though, we can see that this has had a complete failure. This is one of the Jacobs kits, by the way, and you see this has had a complete gas line failure. Not too sure how that's happened. Remembering that I don't use any of this carrier or anything. This may have actually have been one of my very, very, very first ones that I did, or around that time. Ugh, that is pretty scummy. You boys got to clean your guns, lads. Yeah. That's what I'm after. Just give this a quick wipe over. Let's just have a quick look inside, make sure everything's cool. No circlip on the end of the donut. It's going to ask him for trouble, lads. See if we can find you a circlip for that. Twin tower. Oh, this is one of mine. Yeah, this is one of mine original twin towers. See all the scratches on the anodizing. That's what will happen if you don't clean these. You'll get a bit of grit inside the breech here, and it will just hang around and it will just scratch the buggery out of everything. So we're quickly going to run through this, give it a service if it needs one. Not sure there's yeah, I think we'll give it a service anyway, and find you a circlip. Now he's also running a high pressure chamber, which is unusual. I have messed with this with mechs, and I've sort of got different results. So we're going to strip this down now, put a circlip on it, change the O-rings, check the detents, reassemble, and then see how she goes with bloody flies, with some new cabling, and find out why that has collapsed. I think it's because that actual gas fitting on there was no good. Now these are, see, I used to use these keepers, so I don't know if this is mine or not. Anyway, it doesn't matter either way. So we'll see you later, or see you soon. Ta-ra, bye bye. Music's not on, is it? It's like the blind blues player. Anyway, blind lemon Jefferson. Brendan, I've just rebuilt this one. Quite a lot of work on this bird. All your O-rings, all the gas hoses, get rid of the hydraulic keepers, do you a formed macro line fitting for your front. It's okay now. Now the only problem with this gun that I really don't like, I'll bet this is shooting quite low, right? And the reason the hose is blue is because you were winding the reg up. Now, these regs are very, very fine, these die regs. I love these die regs, the hyper regs are fantastic. But when you come to adjust these regs, tiny little movements, and watch what the gauge is telling you. So you do a movement, shoot, then read the gauge. Now, this is actually quite low, and we're already encroaching to 200 psi. Why is that, I hear you ask? Because all my stuff is low pressure. See the red can at the back here, this is an Epiphany can. And this is half the size internally of a standard ion can, which is how I got the ion cans down to 100 psi. Because we play volume against pressure. It's like BHP versus Tom. Don't know why I'm going into car monodromes, but never mind, there you are, acronyms, monologues. So, this is a high pressure chamber, and also you had no circlip on the back. That's right, where your face is, there's no circlip holding that rear donut on, and there's 200 psi on that donut, 200 psi plus, because my hoses are rated for probably about 250 psi, and they're very low poundage, these really thin hoses. You can't have a thin hose that's a big poundage. So this is all done. I got a built pay on this one though, mate. Sorry. Just make sure I've tightened everything up. Yeah. And oh, new detents as well. And I've blocked off the eye holes, because if you got any chops, the paint will run through the eye holes. And I had to give this a thorough cleaning. I had to give this gun a thorough cleaning, and as you know, I do not like cleaning guns. Clean my own, you should be cleaning yours. You horrible little man. Sorry, Sergeant. Yeah. Right, so this is done. Both of your guns are done. Now, my service charge is 30 quid. That really only covers O-rings. So we're going to call this 40 quid to cover all my gas lines and fittings. Let's just quickly do that up. And then I'm ready to post back. But because this has been such a budget build with the bullpup as well, I'm going to have to sting you for shipping. I'm so bad. I bailed before you. So I reckon shipping of these two items is going to be about 15 quid. So you'll be looking at... there's a balance of about 55 quid, mate. I'll try and keep it as low as I can, but I had to change a lot in here, and I've got to get those bits replaced. But if you have any further problems with this blowing hoses, this Epiphany chamber has got to go. It's got to be a standard iron chamber. The standard iron chamber is so much bigger, so we don't need to put as much pressure into it, because we're putting in volume, and volume and big rounds is what we want. High pressure for tiny rounds like 177 pellets. Bigger the round gets, the lower the pressure, the more volume we want to get the same energy. Anyway, this is done now. I shall get this all packed up and ready to send off to you. Until such time, I shall see you later. Ta-ra, boys. Bye-bye.